Hi there. I wasn't supposed to upload a video today, but I just wanted to quickly share some of my thoughts and some of my understanding on following what's happening in Bangladesh right now for my British Bangladeshi followers, those of you who follow my YouTube channel, to just share some of my understanding. So what's been happening in Bangladesh in the last few days has been student riots. Student started off with student protests against a quota system, which meant that 56% of civil service jobs were reserved, and so therefore a lot of the students from the universities didn't have the opportunity to apply for some of those jobs. And the protest was on the basis that, you know, many students spend 4 to 6 years studying at university in the hope that they will eventually get good job opportunities. And obviously working for the government civil service, it has its perks and its benefits, so it's considered quite a good job prospect. But with unemployment levels really high in Bangladesh, and 56% of those jobs being reserved, generally a lot of the students aren't happy. So that's where the protests came from. And what's happened is that it's escalated into violence because there were clashes between students and then the army. And I think what made matters worse was our Prime Minister of Bangladesh. She mentioned a word to describe something, which then really enticed a lot of the students, because it was something that affected them emotively, you know, using a word that can be best described as traitor. That's made people really angry and upset. And meanwhile, obviously, they were waiting for the Supreme Court to make a decision about the quota system, which fortunately now the Supreme Court has decided that the quota, you know, has changed, and it's now 93% jobs will be open now, civil service jobs for students. The interesting thing is that it's taken so much protesting and people standing up for their rights for this to happen. However, sadly, so many lives have already been lost, and I think this is where most of us are still concerned, because there is no internet access. There's no way of connecting with our loved ones in Bangladesh, family, friends. That is quite worrying. So because we don't know what is likely to happen next. You know, the curfew that was supposed to end today hasn't ended. We've been told it's indefinite, so have no idea where that's going. But, you know, the student protests were about them fighting for their rights. And although now the Supreme Court has come back with a decision that many will say is favourable, I'm hopeful, and let's just hope for the best, that things calm down and they're better, and people don't end up allowing this to escalate any further, because you know, young people are our future, and we don't really want to see so many lives being lost through this. So I remain hopeful. I hope that you will, and I hope that my update helps in some way. Wish you well. Have a good Sunday.